got a little less crazy than most people, and a little less stupid than most people. There's an old saying, dumb is forever. The real money was in the really great companies,
Right.
which carried you up and up and up and up and up.
Is it?
And whoever, but I did not really think that we'd ever have so many hundreds of billions in Berkshire. I did not anticipate when Warren and I were starting with our little piddly start that we'd ever get to 100 billion, much less several hundred billion. It was an amazing occurrence.
What happened that you didn't anticipate? What led to that success?
Well, we got a little less crazy than most people, and a little less stupid than most people, and that really helped us. Then in addition, we were given as much longer time to run than most people because something kept us alive into our 90s. And that gave us a long track from our little fiddling start all the way to the 90s. Those are the two things that really happened. And of course, we wised up over time. We got into better and better companies, and we understood more and more of the bad things that could happen to you and how easy they could creep in. And we avoided them even more assiduously when we were old than we did when we were young. And it all worked.
Let me get to this question from Tony Huang. He says that he's teaching the introduction of personal finance and the introduction of corporate finance to undergraduates at Indiana University in Bloomington. Most of his students are non-finance majors, and this will likely be the only finance class that they take in college. What should he teach them, incorporating as many writings and speeches that you've given over the years so that they have the foundations and common sense to effectively deal with their personal or corporate finance problems later in life?
Well, that's a good question, but of course it's a big question. If you have good judgment, your life will work a lot better than if you have bad judgment. And you get good judgment gradually over time, partly by making bad judgments and having them not work out poorly. So my counsel has always been to start trying to be better and keep trying to improve all your life, and you got about half a chance. If you don't do that, you got like no chance. And so I used to say I can only teach what the other person almost knows. Then I can just throw him over the brink when he's hanging on the edge. But if the guy is not within miles of even starting, I never make any public. I never succeed. So in removing idiocy, I have a 100% failing talent. I've never succeeded.
What would you push in that direction if you've got a class full of finance students in college? Maybe what are a few lessons you can?
I would teach to the people who can learn, and if the others couldn't keep up, the hell with them. It can't be improved, can't be improved. I don't believe in butting my head against the wall. And that, by the way, that's the way most education works. They just throw out those who can't keep up. That's the way academia works. That's the reason it gets so good at the top. I talked yesterday on Zoom with a law professor at a great place. My God, this is an admirable guy, and he's just so goddamn smart and balanced. Incredible. But he's a very senior law teacher at one of the great law schools of the world. So I would expect him to be pretty good, but he was more than pretty good. He was awesome. And I thought, my God, academia is quite competitive, you know. By the time you get to the top of the professors at a good place, you find some very remarkable people. But they can't. There's a limit to what they can accomplish. One of the reasons that they turn out such good people is they take in such good people. That's their secret. They can't fix the clods. Nobody can.
tough love.
There's an old saying, dumb is forever.